Talk for a second about what we at Banetti are actually doing with the AI in the Maximo Application Suite MAS 9. The tools as IBM presents them are very powerful, but also pretty basic. They're point solution kind of things. And so what we are doing is we are looking at how we go back and we actually leverage the power behind those. And we combine that with our experience and knowledge so that we can deliver solutions to you that are driving your reliability, your predictability, your compliance, and your overall asset lifecycle management, your end-to-end process, if you will. And when we look at that end-to-end process perspective, from that raw material into the product out, things change. Because more often than not, when we are looking at things in a maintenance perspective, we are looking at repairing a point, a single piece of equipment. And that's somewhat in abstract to the end-to-end process. Well, what's that mean? Well, that means I could be over repairing it, under repairing it. I don't know, because I don't necessarily understand what all of the precision calibrated requirements are of that piece of equipment as it relates to the process. But that's critically important, because that's what allows us to ensure the reliability and the compliance portion of this. And when we look at that, what it takes to get there is understanding, or context, if you will. And we look at Maximo, that's exactly what's missing. So in all of the stuff that we do in Maximo in the application suite, there's no app that says process definition. And I mean process as in what you deliver as a business, not workflow. And there's nothing that captures that at all. And so what we are doing is taking the process-based knowledge from our tools like RC Max that we've built, and we're bringing that context into Maximo, so that decisions can now be made in relationship to that context of what are we trying to achieve? What is the expectation of this piece of equipment as a piece of the whole process? And therefore, how I am maintaining it, what is the impact of how I'm maintaining it? Is it just right? Is it too much? Is it too little? And you want to meet somewhere in that just right category, because that's your optimized spend. Typically your optimized spend. And if we use an example of this to give some context around it, one of the things that IBM has enabled the automatic generation of FMEAs, the failure mode and then effect analysis of a piece of equipment. And this is pretty cool stuff, right? So it'll go in and say, okay, here's the different ways this thing could fail, and then here's the effect. So what's the effect of me getting a flat tire? Well, that depends. What if I'm going 80 miles an hour on the freeway? What if it's in a parking lot? What if it's my wife driving with the kids? What if it's me driving alone? The effect changes based upon the context. And bringing that context into Maximo allows us to take these tools that IBM will say has created great stubs for, and then amplify them to become business solutions, such that all of the actions that we are taking are actually driving the achievement of our business goals, those process goals. But we have to understand the context in order to do that. And we have to understand the context in terms of an end-to-end process, and then how each asset, each piece of equipment fits within and contributes to the achievement of the goal for that particular process. With that, and with that understanding, we are bringing that into our Smart Start AI platform. So Smart Start is something we built probably 10 years ago to help customers kind of re-baseline and focus on what they really need so that they can start maturing and moving forward. And so the quick overview is that there are 6 maturity levels, starting at reactive. And the idea is it will grow as you go. And it's constantly helping you by showing you what the leading indicators are versus the lagging. And it's built so that you are building knowledge as you are using it and creating a scenario where that knowledge is built so that it's constantly accessible, it's usable, it's deployable. And again, this is all inside of Maximo. These are all screen configurations, workflow configs, and setups inside of Maximo. And when you're ready to go to the next level, you'll know because your dashboard is telling you, hey, you've achieved this, and it looks like you're there. And then your admin goes into your site and says, okay, reset us to this next level. And then through conditional expressions and other things, you come back and all of your screens have changed. Your workflow nodes are routing you differently. What that does is enable enterprises who have adopted this and said, okay, we're going to get rid of the noise and we're going to come back and start doing this right. It gives you the ability to very quickly re-baseline and grow fast so that you are maintaining that competitive advantage and you are moving ahead as a leader in your industry. And so what we do for you, so what are we doing with AI and Mas9? We're leveraging it along with our reliability experience, along with our Smart Start platform, so that we help you become more competitive and maintain that competitive posture. We deliver that platform to you. We maintain that platform for you. We support you in the use of that platform on your Maximo. And, we in effect, we are your Mas9 reliability, predictability, compliance, asset lifecycle management concierge. We're right there at your fingertips to make sure that you have what you need to continuously achieve your business goals without interruption. There's a lot to this. It's a lot to digest. It requires being willing to hit a reset button to an extent. But if we want to be growing, we have to be looking at what we have today that works and what we have today that needs to be shed. And organizations who are ready to do that are ready to stay competitive, to lead. Love to hear your thoughts on this. Love to talk to you about this. Brainstorm it. Hit us up, sales@banetti.com. Give me a call. Like, subscribe. Let's chat. Get ready with Banetti.